Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Tenet from HackThebox. I rate this box about a solid intermediate, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so we'll start by opening our terminals here. I already did run an mmap scan. Mine says C for default scripts, mine says B for numeration. It was scan out ports on the IP. I did output this to an output out scan. This is taking too long, so I'm just going to do simple banner grabs on the IP. We do have port 80 open for HTTP and port 22 open for SSH, right? We'll start by visiting the IP address. Doing this, it does seem like there is virtual hosting enabled, only because I'm only saying that because there is Apache, well, the Apache 2 default pages showing up, right? So I'm going to vi into /etc host. I'm going to interact mode and type in tenet.htb. I'm going to right quit out of that. Doing this, we'll start by doing some manual enumeration. Let's go to migration. I did seem like we'd have a comment from Nail. It's saying that if we did remove the sater.php file and the backup, so let's actually add that to our /etc host. So we'll vi into /etc host. We can just tab and do sator.tenet.htb. We can right click that. We'll cat the /etc hosts. We can copy that. And it does seem like we do have that. We also did see that there was also a sater PHP file, and it was a backup, right? So if you don't know, we can just do sater .php .back. The extension for .back or for a backup file is the .back. It does seem like we do get a file, so we'll just wget this onto our machine. So we'll just wget. I'm just gonna vi into sater php.back, see what this is. So it does seem like we do have a class for database export. It is getting the user.txt. Oh, I'm only saying that because we do have the get parameter for this, or the get request for AREPO parameter, right? It is using serialization for the input. So I'm just gonna right quit out this, right? Okay, so we'll start by building a script here. So I'm just gonna name this script.php. Okay, I'm gonna do control shift Z. I'm gonna start by creating this. It's gonna be PHP. So I'm gonna go into interact mode, change this to PHP. So I'm gonna just copy the class export. So we'll just go under, we'll just cat the sater.php. So I'm gonna copy the class database export, and then we can print out the class, right? So we'll just put that there. We do have user data. So for this, I'm just gonna name this rc.php. And for the data, we can actually add our shells. So I'm just gonna cat out some from opt shells. This is WordPress, so I'm gonna go to WordPress and it's PHP actually. We'll go to refshell.php. We'll just copy this. So basically all we have is it's going to execute a bin/bash, and we'll do bash -i to dev tcp on our IP, right? So I'm going to do IP adder. So we do know my IP is 1645. We'll do on port 9001. We'll just like close this out. From here, we'll actually do we'll do control shift Z. We'll start by printing out, and we'll try to URL encode this. So you can also input this into like cyberstuff. So I'm gonna just serialize new. This is going to be database export, right? Just semicolon. So we do have print. We can URL encode. We can serialize this. We'll end this off by doing our question mark PHP. So we do have this. The file is going to be rc.php. It's going to give us a shell on our box. on 9001, right? So we'll do chmod plus x for script.php. We'll do php script.php. It does seem like we do get an error. We'll vi into script.php. So we have class database export. Probably because URL encode. Doing this, we can actually just copy this. We'll go to CyberChef, and we can actually look at the if we do search up URL encoded, because since we did use URL encode, we can actually decode this. So we'll do like URL decode. We can input this, and you do see that it does output this, right? So basically, we do have our IP and also the following port, right? So since we do have that, I'm gonna go to HTTP. We didn't know this was satyr.tenet.h2b. The file was named satyr, so we're gonna do satyr.php, followed by the parameters. So looking back, we can quit this. We'll just cat the satyr.php. This is our parameter, arepo. And this is going to equal to the data that is URL encoded, right? So you can press enter on this. Doing this, you do see that the database was updated. So now we should have a shell on here. So we'll just do HTTP. And it was rc.php. So right now, we need to start up our listener. So we'll just click this. We'll do all wrap netcat -lnvp on 9001. Press it on this, and we do get a shell, right? So I'm just going to export term as equal to xterm. I'm going to start by spawning a T2Y shell. So we'll spawn a bin/bash. I'm pretty sure Python3 is installed. Since we do have a shell as www data, this is running WordPress, so I like going on a WordPress and checking the WP config. So since there is database credentials under there, right? So we'll just cat this out. We'll grep -i for pass, and we'll do the same thing for user, so we can actually see the user, right? It does seem like we have a user as nail, so I'm gonna do alice-la on home just to see if that user does exist, right? So I'm gonna switch users to nail and see if we do get a persistent shell as this. It does seem like it was a password reuse, right? So I'm gonna do SSH into nail at 10.10.10.223. Doing this, I just logged in with the credentials, right? So we can do alice-la. Also, if port 22 wasn't open, you can also make like a .ssh for him and add the authorized keys into .ssh, right? So I'm just going to exile this. I'm going to do Control-Shift-Z. Since we do have a user, I'm going to do sudo -l. Here, we do have user local bin enable SSH, so I'm more into this. I'll just do sudo -l again. We'll more into this. Okay, so looking at this, it does seem like it's adding a authorized underscore keys to root.ssh authorized keys. And it's making a directory under temp.ssh, right? So I'm gonna quit out of this. Doing this, we'll just do like a while true loop. So I'm just gonna do, we'll do while, yeah, I'll just make a while true loop. This thing's really laggy. So we'll do while true, do echo. From here, we're gonna echo our SSH key. So I'm just gonna exile this. We'll do SSH keygen. So I'm gonna copy from /root.ssh id underscore say, which is gonna be our private key, and also we want to copy our public key, right? So I'm gonna cat id underscore say .pub. Copy this, put that in there. We'll just pipe this out to we'll just pipe this out to T, and we'll do /temp. The directory was .ssh, so we'll do a .ssh, and we'll redirect this to /dev /null, null, and we'll just do done. Let's add a, let's see. I think we have that right. So we'll just do Control-Shift-Z. We'll open a new terminal. So we'll SSH into now 10.223. So we didn't know that the password was Oprah 2112. So we'll do sudo -l. We'll just run this a couple of times. So we'll just do sudo, run about 3 times. We'll try to SSH here. So we'll do SSH into root at 10.223. We'll go, do we have our private key? We'll do -i for ID underscore RSA, which is going to be our public key or private key. And you do see that we do get along successful as Tenet or Tenet. Now we can cat our root.txt here. Well, guys, that's pretty much in the box. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.